trying to figure it out, and she's like, "I'm just gonna invite you to my family." Like, okay, we'll try that. And then it yelled at me,
Whoops.
saying, "You two are in different countries.
Whoops.
You're not allowed." I'm like, cool. That sucks.
Okay, so the first look at season 4 things back up. We're just
It
gonna
didn't even.
edit
It
this.
didn't. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna quickly
Oh, you're live.
trying to do something.
I can see.
Just need to quickly add tags for this.
I don't know if stream should be able to see this.
Why?
Oh, does it have anything important for you?
No,
That
everything is
shouldn't be
hidden by
okay.
default. This is just what it looks like to look at a YouTube studio thing.
Okay.
That's the lower one is the one that I'm not supposed to be showing off here, so I am going to move that out of the way. And then I'm going to click on the vertical key again. Because my vertical key should be going live. And if it's not, then I have a problem. Because I need my vertical key live. Link in a new tab. I see the normal feed is live. Not the vertical one for some reason. Whoa. That's dangerous.
Uh-oh. Hey, sorry if you can hear that.
That's fine.
They decided to be loud today. I thought I was safe.
It's not as bad as what's happening here on the back end.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so while I'm live, by the way,
Yeah.
oh, what the hell did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Ayumi. I need 720 by 1280. I need.
Do you mean 1280 by 720?
Nope. Talking about vertical, remember?
Oh, right.
There we go. Now vertical stream should also be live. Here we exist.
Ooh.
I can pop out chat. Close that window. Get myself the live chat from the vertical feed. Okay. So while I'm still here and doing it this way, you can see the stream, correct?
Yes, and
Do you see my avatar still lag every so often?
yes, I do.
Yeah, that's. But you can.
But my point
you can
was
see when
it was lagging when you weren't doing that. It was lagging just in general.
Well, like you can see on stream now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get what you were meaning.
Yeah, I'm just saying
just
I
letting
wasn't
you know.
worried about it because it was going to pop back up again.
Okay. Now, moment of truth. When you unpause.
Well, I'm gonna fix the vertical stream as well. Because you and I are no longer showing on screen. Yeah, it's just because the transform has got all Rooey wooey.
I see.
All fucky wucky. There we go. Okay, now the real moment of truth. Give it time for my game to catch up. Not be a slideshow.
Much better.
There we go. Yeah.
Much better.
I told you I knew it was happening.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm looking through Steam. They made a new Gregory Horror Show game.
Oh, I see.
It's a 2D cartoon roguelike.
Interesting.
It's not the same at all. I take issues with this.
So apparently I have to defend this spot now. Oh, hello, Silvio Katana. Katiana. Ooh, oh. So they introduced something interesting for season 4 that was kind of a big twist and shock to like everyone who plays this game. There is going to be no seasonal reset.
Oh, right, you were talking about that.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what's going to happen with this now. Also, sorry, Katiana, how are you doing? Sylvania? Or Silvio? Silvio? Listen. Too many walks of life have boarded this ship. I'm not good with names.
Oh, great.
What's
Nintendo has a new patent.
Oh.
For dynamic land, air, and water mounting systems.
I see. Oh, there's a good chance they're gonna lose a bunch of these, by the way.
Good.
Even in the eyes of Japanese law.
Good.
So, the whole Power World thing, yeah, is still ongoing, right?
Yep.
But people have pointed out that what is most likely going to be argued is the major fact that Power World has actually used a bunch of these systems before in their previous games. Before the patents were submitted on either, like, to either country.
Right.
And patents by, like, de facto are one of the like prerequisites is that you have to be able to prove that it is a creative and derivative like piece.
Right, and it can't be derivative if it came first. Or the other thing came first.
Yes. It also has to be proved that it's not like widely used.
Right.
Which one of them one of the main ones that they're like arguing very much was, because it was the heckin' the ability to, within a 3D space, throw and catch, or throw a ball and catch a creature within said ball to add to your team.
Yep.
That was the patent. And it was supposed to be for Legends Arceus. But, yeah, something definitely went wrong. It should not have been granted as a result. At least that's the argument from the common, like, YouTube lawyer sort of deal.
Yeah.
And someone else pointed out that while this is likely going to fail, Nintendo may have actually done what they set out to do anyway, because people noticed that the point in which Nintendo actually filed like the patent lawsuits was right after Sony became a partner with them. And so the current like corp talk theory is that they are just trying to take their shots where they can,
Right.
because they're still very much in a very long ongoing feud. And Power World just happens to be the newest catalyst for this.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm still pissed off at Sony.
I think this is the first thing Nintendo's done in a while that like legitimately pisses me off.
Oh, I've been pissed off at Nintendo for a while, but Sony, I have a different beef with.
I think the one thing that I know a lot of other people get pissed about a lot with Nintendo that I'm just like, I actually kind of agree with the corporate side of things, is the whole like modding takedown stuff. I'm like, there are some very rational explanations behind all of it that people just kind of overlook and are like,
okay, yes,
common
the
person
stuff
bad.
is understandable. Yes,
it's those things. I'm like, yeah, eh. The way they actually treat their employees has apparently been pretty good as of late. This is just, I do not work for Nintendo, so I cannot say for sure. But if you only hear good talk coming out of there, then listen, they're better than they're better than Blizzard at that point. So being better than, yeah, I know it's not amazing to be better than Blizzard. Yeah.
My point is a limbo bar.
My point stands in that they are still some of the betters of the time right now. Sony I can understand with the way they prey on everyone. Why am I losing so much stamina, my god?
Well, Sony's whole thing that I fucking hate them for is the whole Helldivers 2 / everything going forward fiasco that they pulled off, that bullshit.
Oh,
where with the PSN. Yeah. For those who don't know, Sony, in their infinite wisdom, was like, you need a PSN to play these games on PC. And then after that outcry and everyone made and everything, they're like, all right, we'll walk it back. And then 3 days before they implemented the walk back, they removed the ability for anyone in those countries that do not have access to PSN from buying their games.
Yup.
It is bullshit.
Yeah, they're not doing so hot. You know who's doing fine, but just keeps getting talked about in like the worst light ever because they have the worst marketing possible?
Who?
Ubisoft.
Well,
I stand by this. Their employees are nothing but happy. Their games, yeah, they're not AAA games at this point. They're very formulaic. Okay.
That came out extremely recently.
Hey, you know what though? They didn't advertise it, which shows that they're learning something about marketing.
Well,
also, just don't play it. It's as easy. They are very aware that thing is probably going to fail, and so you know, okay, I don't think I talked with you particularly about this actually. So I can give you a little bit of an insider insight on what is probably actually happening with NFT game here.
Okay.
So Ubisoft is really good at one thing in particular, but it's also their biggest downfall, and it's getting contracts from other people to make games. Right? Like, they're the publisher equivalent of a developer setup right now, where they will get really big contracts to make, like, a successful game for a person. Um, Case in point, I am playing Skull and Bones. This thing is a 5-year contract to be live from the Singaporean government, meaning they were contracted to make this game. It had to come out no matter what. They couldn't put it off shelf, and it has to remain live for 5 years.
Okay.
Whatever happens after that, who knows? Additionally, they seem to be doing this for more and more people as of late, but sometimes the contracts won't be so obvious because it'll be, hey, we want to contract you to make a game about this place or this thing. Um, it hasn't been disclosed whether or not it is a contract. That's even the theory as to why we are going to Japan next in Assassin's Creed.
I see.
Because Japan has been on a very big tourism kick with their like funding and whatnot, where they're like their whole newest thing was they funded foreigners to just come and live in like the outskirts of Japan, like in the equivalent of like the countryside for us.
Yeah.
And part of that contract is that people will go and live there, and they will be paid like a good 3,000 a year plus all the moving reimbursements and everything. Which isn't a lot, but it's like it is a decent. Or it might be 30,000 a year.
They weirdly took a page out of Alaska's book.
Yeah. But like their caveat is that you have to stream or make YouTube videos or like do something promoting this countryside life, right?
I see.
Now, take all of that theory. I am fairly certain the same is applied to said NFT game. And I think that's why it actually wasn't marketed, is that they probably found some sort of really good, really easy loophole where they're just like, we just don't advertise it. Just don't talk about it. And then the people who are interested in NFT games go to the NFT game because it's a brand named NFT game, which is new and different. And then the contract they had to make said game gets to go through. That being said, there is a chance that this isn't the case. And that there are just other things at play. Maybe they just wanted an NFT game. Maybe they maybe they wanted their feet like in the market, so to speak, so that if something does happen, they have this like foundation and framework. Maybe there was just corporate talk of, hey, invest in this thing just in case. Like, make a game, do what you want with it, just so we, like, our team learns and develops the skills to do that thing. Because that does happen, too. And so them not marketing it, to me, is the big sign that, like, they did something right with it. Just in the fact that they didn't market it.
I guess. It's just still very dumb fucking decision.
I know. And I know I sound like a goddamn fanboy right now.
A little bit.
I know. I hate it too. But at the very least, I'd rather them not be getting the same amount of hate as Blizzard when Blizzard is doing what Blizzard is doing. And it's like, yeah, all of the limelight and hate has been thrown on Ubisoft for the past, like, year and a half. And I'm pretty sure a good chunk of it is just behind the scenes corporate wars going on right now.
Probably.
because it's happening more and more lately.
So many things make me tired now.
I know the feeling.
I don't have brain space for all the bullshit.
I know the feeling.
I enjoy what I enjoy, and I hate what I hate.
Exactly. That's why I'm still playing Season 4 right now. I enjoy what I enjoy, and this game has, like, the best sailing combat of any pirate game.
Interesting ad, Twitch.
Oh.
It's a Meow Mix ad, and it's like a weird, like, album thing. Oh, it's weird. It's very weird. It was cat food, but it was an album. It was weird.
Interesting. I should say, I think I've been, like, secretly sponsored by cats because of how much I talk about them.
Yeah.
Because I am noticing, not only myself, but a lot of people around me that I talk to are getting cat ads more and more.
I don't even know what ads I get.
I kind of keep them going just so I can see what ads are being tailored to me, because I'm like, I'm on the opposite end of that field where I like having the whole tailored ad experience thing. I'll listen if someone's upfront with me and is like, hey, we're gonna sell your data, and these ad companies are gonna get it as a result.
I like...
Then, as long as they're being upfront with me, I think that's all that matters to me.
The only reason I kind of like tailored ads is that I can go through and just say I hate everything, and then I get weird shit. And it's very funny.
Yup. That's
That's the only reason I do any like on Spotify and stuff. I'll just start saying like I find this offensive to every ad.
um
How dare you assume I own a car?
See, I just want ads to go back to the way they used to be still, though, of, like, the funny cringe ads of, like, have you or a loved one been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
Oh, those are still the thing on cable TV.
Yeah, but they'll put it on other places, too, not just cable TV. let, let some streamers' gameplay be interrupted by viewer. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with mesothelioma? You may be entitled to financial compensation. Um,
I'm sponsored by JG Wentworth. Cash now.
yeah, do that more. Look at that shit. Oh,
You are cutting out bad.
I was laughing and that's it. I was dying on the laughter hill.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Um, I have a game that's made me mad lately that I kind of want to talk about though. And I don't know, it's shown me that
Oh.
so I'm gonna preface this with something that a lot of people aren't gonna like to hear again, because a hot topic time, I guess. I don't
Okay.
like pirate software.
Interesting.
Good dude, nice teacher. Has some pretty big hot takes sometimes. Sometimes he'll defend the hot take pretty well. And that's fine, because that shows that he has his own like thoughts and opinions, and that's the big one. Why can't I redeem? I can't redeem my helm lease because I didn't. Of course. Um, but so this has led to one of the recent things I saw that I don't know, I didn't like hearing as much. Once I looked into everything, was he was talking about Ashes of Creation,
Okay.
the new bigger MMO,
Yeah.
and I agree that the heckin' no fast travel thing is kind of cool, and that more games should embrace it because it actually led me to like realize that I want more adventure in games that I can talk about after. But because of that whole thing, I was like, okay, I could give Ashes of Creation a try as a new MMO. Then let me go see what this whole thing is about. And so I went to go look at Ashes of Creation, and it's in alpha right now.
Right.
I think as of now you can play more than just weekends, but at the time of looking at it, you could only play on weekends.
Right.
And the way you got access to the alpha and the betas was you purchased like an alpha key to be able to participate. The participation cost of this alpha was $120 US. And every single person that tried to, like, I guess, defend this cost or, like, explain this cost was like, you look at it as an investment. And my mind immediately breaks when people use that word because I'm just like, I really hope you're using this word in the way that you think you are. But they're not. It's
Okay.
not like it's not an investment because the only thing I'm like the only thing I'm getting out of it is the playtime. Or some people try to say that what you're getting out of it is that you get to give feedback into the like gameplay and development process. And I'm just like, that should be standard. You should be allowed to give your feedback on a game after playing it. Um, and B, there's no guarantee that my word's going to get taken into account because I spent the $120. So why am I paying $200 to be your QA tester as an investment? Like, I just don't get it.
I think investment in this case means more that you're more investing in the company and the devs being able to make what they want to make.
I can
Like you're providing that for them.
I can understand that, but at the same time, I just don't think $120 is worth it per person. So the way that they want to market their game,
Well,
I'm fine with because it's supposed to be once the game is out, it's supposed to be a $15 a month subscription. You pay for
right.
the month, you play for the month. Sure, yeah. If I spend that $120, I get like the closed alpha and beta access or whatever, with nowhere near what the actual game is supposed to be according to how everyone has been playing this thing. Um, and then on top of that, I get 1 month of playtime when the game comes out. And I think that's the other big one that just kind of like, I don't know, upset me. In that, like, I don't.
Okay. This you also have to understand this isn't geared at you.
Yeah, I know.
This is geared at content like big content creators, big people in the no offense to you, big people in like the development
Wow.
communities and all that.
Oh, that
Yep,
one
I know.
hurts. No, that you can't
I
say
know.
that. You don't know who I work for right now. Because I'm not allowed to say.
Still,
Woo!
you get my point though. Like, it's not geared towards you, it's geared for like big people in the industry who will be able to influence this shit.
I can understand that. I think the problem is that they are not trying to sell it as that when you look at their marketing stuff, though. They're marketing it as like a, hey, you pay the $120, you can come play the game and give your feedback. They don't market it as the, here's an exclusive look. They're like, hey, come play our game. It's only 120. It's being Star Citizen right now.
No, it's not.
Not yet.
That
It doesn't have the cash. It's being
nowhere near.
It is being early Star Citizen though, in its marketing. In that they are selling you this $120 package as part of the entrance experience, and I just don't like it.
Well, also, like, vast majority of people are going to look at the price tag and go, I'll wait. It's only the people who can actually swing that easily who are going to be like, yeah, I'll take it.
That was someone else's defense of being like, do you have $120 spare to swing? And I'm like, I don't know that I should need $120 spare to swing for being a QA tester right now. It's very much like a me issue because I do QA for a living. That is literally my main job. And my main source of income when I have it is like, I will get contracted to go play your game, test it out, give you feedback, maybe write you some new scripts.
Wow, I'm learning something new about you.
You didn't know I do QA for a living?
You never told me. This has never come up.
Okay.
I legit had no idea what you did for money for so long.
Let's see.
I was really, like, concerned and confused when you would spend a very large amount of money sometimes.
Let's see.
I just was being polite, not bringing it up ever.
Yeah, no, long story short, I do QA, man.
Okay, good to know.
It's like
Don't have to worry about you too much anymore.
There are some games I can talk about being QA for, and then there are others I can't, because, like...
That's fair.
So, I can say this based on the ones that I can talk about. A lot of the time what happens is I have a really good, like, quote-unquote grift going, where I will QA test NFT games. Because they'll pay you for it.
Yeah.
They'll use the money to pay you for QA testing. And while my feedback, like, I will give them genuine feedback. I'm not going to not do my job. It's what they're paying me to do.
Right.
I am just saying I'm not surprised when they don't take my advice into account. But those are some of the people that I'll contract from. There are some other.
No, that's fair.
There are some other big name games that I will contract from. One of the really old ones is I helped a friend work on Destiny 2, being a QA tester for him and helping him design a raid mechanic, which was fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
I had no idea about this.
yeah, no, this is... I don't shy away from this topic either way. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's never fucking... It never came up.
I guess not.
Like, You said earlier today, "Hey, I just got I like it should be this game should be fine, stream should be fine. I have a brand new laptop." I'm like,
Oh,
"How?"
the brand new laptop is like this is the laptop that I got after having to move home with Snowy, so she still has the desktop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this is that laptop still.
I see.
So it's not
But
like
still, like the new desktop and all that and everything, like
yeah, it's that one is still
makes a little
partly
bit more sense now.
that one is still partly Snowy also helping for all this because it
I
does get
know, but like
expensive.
I know, I definitely know, but like like in my mind, I thought it was like all her
Oh,
life in general.
I have a good
So,
way of doing that with people.
what, making them worry about you or making or assuaging their worries? I see.
Um, yeah, that's what I do for a living though. Is like QA test. That's why it's like it is spotty
Cool.
sometimes because it's contract work. It's freelance.
Yeah. Oh no, I my job works with contractors all the time. I get it.
But like the two main things I get contracted for, QA testing and writing scripts.
I see.
Because sometimes people will just be like, I want this one specific mechanic, I just don't know how to do it.
Right.
And I don't have the time to go delving that deep into thing. Can you write this for me? And I'm just like, sure. That's the one
Nice.
that's like it's usually an add-on from the QA testing thing. And so what I'll do is I'll be like, if you want me to do that, it's this amount, but that's like the base amount I can charge for QA testing. So you will get this QA testing as well on top of this. And most of the time, people just don't even bat an eye and are like, yeah, okay.
I
Um,
see.
that's also why I'm really good and like really prone to just making those like sporadic mechanic decisions or like trying to make a new thing in a game.
Yeah.
It's because I like doing it. It's literally my favorite job is trying to see how I can get things to work like that. Just singing right now. Um, speaking of, so I mentioned to you off stream that I just didn't sleep well.
Yeah.
Also, hey, Yubi, there's a rock right there that's cut off. I don't know what happened to the rest of it. I'll mark that somewhere. Put it down as a bug report. Small and basic, but those things also usually get treated the fastest. Um, but yeah, so the not sleeping well last night, it was because I was very in and out of sleep. And the entire
Right.
time, my brain was thinking of how to make a game that I really wanted to make for a really long time, and I just didn't know how to do it.
Right.
I think I have finally worked out all of the core mechanics that go into this thing,
Neat.
which is it's one of those things in game design that I'm like, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be really proud that I did this, and no one's gonna understand what I just did. Uh, Thank you. Oh, I see. I don't even have enough to do anything with you, huh? So I need one more, two more helm leases. Um, I can kind of talk this into the segue properly. So one of the things that I have come to realize as of late
Okay.
is that I am upset with games in general right now missing the whole point of some really good, really early designs.
Right.
Which has actually led me to have a new appreciation for Skyrim again. Don't get me wrong, I don't like Bethesda still, and I don't think a lot of their new games are good either.
Okay. I mean, no, you're right. It's fine. Starfield is very average.
I wouldn't even say it's average.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's being very kind on my
Um,
part. And I
but
only say that it's average because I enjoy playing it every now and again.
so I've learned what makes me and probably a ton of other people actually enjoy Skyrim more. And
Okay.
why it was so good and like a genuine breath of fresh air when it came out. And it's because no game right now is, apart from the Yakuza series, I will say, is managing to nail the exploration aspect of a game the same way they used to. So in Skyrim, until like the last, I don't know, 1/3 of the campaign or whatever it is,
Yeah.
the actual main campaign, which is still not even that long either, you have no idea that the world is at stake with all this stuff. It's just like, you're Dragonborn. What is that? Why is that? What's happening? And a lot of the story is just exactly that. It's what was going on? Why is the world different? What's going on right now? Right?
Right.
And the thing that made it feel really good was that you could go anywhere in Skyrim throughout the main story, and you would get sidetracked so much by so many different like side quests. Like the Thieves Guild side quests that you can get sidetracked by is literally just a family feud. There's no end of the world at stake. It's just an argument between family members that happens to result in a bunch of people dying because they're in charge of a thieves guild. The closest you come to like world altering in Skyrim are 3 quests and that's it. And it's the main quest because it's the main quest. The Dark Brotherhood because the Emperor is at stake, but also that's kind of how you ramp up an assassination is like the one big heist.
Yeah. I
Um
don't think he
and the
meant
Shia
Thieves Guild.
Grove quest. Probably not.
You met the Assassin Guild that I can't remember the name of, but you did not mean the Thieves
Oh,
Guild in that.
Dark Brotherhood isn't necessarily a family feud. It's a um what is the rest the uh I'm trying to remember the word for it, but there's a word for when people argue about history, and it's that. Um, trying to remember the Thieves Guild though, because I'm like,
Thieves Guild isn't a family feud.
no,
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
I thought the person who was trying to take over was like directly related to the person that like she backstabbed. I'm gonna have to relook at the Thieves Guild. But
Yeah.
I thought they were related. But the point I was getting at with the Thieves Guild is like there is no world altering events in it, right? It's just a feud between a local guild. Um, the third one that is like kind of semi world altering is just the heckin' Dawnguard.
Yeah.
But it's because they wanted to give vampires like a new light, and that's when that sort of storytelling was like extra popular. Um, in addition, Skyrim like it was okay to have a few more world altering events. for a player because of the fact that you can play Skyrim for hundreds of thousands of hours and never see everything. Um, but like what they do really well is the exploration. You can get sidetracked by all these little things. This thief can run up to you and be like, "Hey, snitch on me," and you're dead. And you can just continue walking and either double cross him or like actually keep his secret and like do whatever you want with the reward, etc. And it's not like anything's gonna come of it because it's just some random side exploration thing. Like, not everything needs to result in some drastic world-altering event, right? Um, and being ambushed, what the hell? This is a new event. Enemy fleet has ambushed you. Using their loot as bait. Oh, I see. What the hell? Oh, that's what the signal flare thing was for.
Lady.
I didn't even touch the loot, though. I just sailed by it. But yeah, like, not a lot of games do that anymore. I can't just have the story to myself for a little bit and be like, ah, what's this whole thing about? The closest we've come as of late would have been Baldur's Gate 3. Right?
Right.
But I think where Baldur's Gate 3 kind of falls short on this a little bit, is the criticism that of all the billions of stories they could have possibly come up with, they decided on one where it's life or death from the first step you take in this game. And so you are constantly reminded that everything you're doing is life or death. And I can't just, like, find myself lost on the side of the road helping some dude fix up his broken down cart. Or, in Skyrim, one of the things I did that I was like, this is a quest, I went and retrieved a family shovel. Because some dude met me on the side of the road and was like, hey, how's it going, buddy? And I'm like, oh, good, what about you? And he's like, fine, I'm looking for my family's lost shovel, but man, place is deadly in danger. I know I moved my mic. He's like, I'm looking for my family shovel, but it's deadly and dangerous. And I don't know that I can handle it. And I'm just like, sure, I'll get you the shovel. But in Baldur's Gate, I go and I talk to, like, two dudes yelling at an old lady, and it's like, ah, this hag wants to eat a woman's child. This lady and her child and her husband are all at the fate of your hands now. Deal with it. And it's like, I can go and explore and get, like, a little bit of side loot, but I can't go and explore and just change, like, the outcome of whether or not a dude has a shovel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that seems to be my current issue with, like, adventure games or like open world exploration games. Which I guess Baldur's Gate doesn't quite count, which is why I don't hate on it. Like, I'm not harshing on it too drastically, because it's not really an open world exploration game. It's a story. Like, it is very much a narrative experience.
Yep.
It's fun. It's good at what it does. It's just not good at the other things that I would want a game like it to be able to do, which is not the end of the world. It's not what they were going for. Wasn't in their vision. It's whatever. But it's also what Starfield falls short on a lot, because it's like the world encounters you get are few and far between, and when you do get them, they are very, very, very repetitive. And it's like you will always go to X location to talk to someone or discover a quest instead of like happening upon a derelict ship out in space, going to investigate it on foot and like finding some quest line along the way, which is what Skyrim used to be able to do.
I don't know if
Another
something's
hand
going on
touches
with
the
your
beacon.
Discord or your internet.
Oh,
You are cutting out like a lot.
oh, it's probably Discord here.
I'm getting like 6 words and then you cut out, and then another 6 words and then you cut out.
Let me just. If you're watching the stream anyway.
I stopped watching it.
Hello.
I did hear
Good. Good audio test.
that.
Um, yeah, sorry, my point was just that, like, Starfield falls short of the exploration aspect of its game.
Well, yeah, it's
Like,
because
well, okay, so the example that I was telling stream was like, I can't just go out into space and find some derelict ship that while investigating on foot, I happen to find this, like, weird thing that leads me down some longer side quest.
right.
But I could in Skyrim. Another hand touches the damn beacon.
The issue with Bethesda as a whole is that they became a business first.
Yup.
They only listen to their shareholders. They take the safest options, and then they make games that no one really enjoys now.
I completely agree.
I say game. They made a game. They made one in the last however many fucking years.
Yup. But yeah, that's what I mean by like open world exploration games don't feel like they have a ton to explore anymore. Because they don't feel as sporadic of an adventure. Like that's easily one of the things that gave Skyrim its replayability. Was just the sporadicness of adventuring. In addition, yeah, the modability, but um
Mr. Tulin needs his business affairs in top order. Make
like I'm trying to think of the other example that I can use here then
so long as dark rumors stir,
is
suffer.
the Dead Island 2.
Yep.
It's really good at having side exploration bits, but they're not sporadic, so it's worth a playthrough or two. But at a certain point, yeah, you've seen everything.
Yeah, because it's not designed.
No, I know it's not designed like that, and I'm not harshing on it for that. It's just the unfortunate example of like there's not many new exploration-esque games out right now. Like not many new open world games right now.
If anyone knows how to purify that strange ship, it will be the
And yeah, like as a result, it just means
Some curses are beyond even their capabilities.
I can't go out find this like new person just sitting on the side of the road and be like, ah, here's a croissant. But I think games should be doing that more. Because that's what made like Skyrim and Morrowind so much more enjoyable to play.
Are you purposely leaving out Oblivion from that, or?
Yes. Because even in Oblivion, they have the open world, but they fall short on the exploration aspect. And the more I replay it, the more I notice it as a sign that things are going downhill. Because, like, you kind of just can't get random encounters in Oblivion. They're all triggered to something you've done. Like, it's all action and response sort of programming, which isn't a bad thing. It started to try the exploration thing, and I think the technology just wasn't there at the time that they made it, leading it to, not be capable of like having such a wild random encounter. And so it's like the few encounters that they have that are truly random are just so talked about and explored. It's like okay, for example, if we want to go into exact details and examples, then in Skyrim, I can get a letter from a quote unquote deceased family member, but it can be about multiple different side adventures. Right? Like that deceased letter can be like, "Oh, hey, um uh I know like you're one of my old relatives, and I just wanted to say you inherited this like random fortune of 1,000 gold because I died now or whatever." Or it could just be like, "Hey, you're an old family member. Another rival family is starting up this museum in Dawnstar, and I don't like it. But I'm unfortunately dead, so I can't do anything about it. Can you go and investigate?" And it's just like, why are those both the same letter sometimes? But that's part of the fun and adventure and exploration. As we're in Oblivion, it's like, hey, you walked into this town. Fun fact: this dude's dead. You inherited his house. It's haunted. Good luck. And that's the only time you're getting that letter, unfortunately. And so their exploration falls short like a little bit more in Oblivion than it does in, say, Morrowind, because Morrowind just has so many like smaller things that can take you in a bunch of different random directions. Mostly because they have no map markers, and it's up to you on figuring out how to hell get to places.
Yeah, and then sometimes the journal lies to you.
But it's
So
fun.
that's fun.
It feel like when I go through that, I don't hate it for that. Weirdly, as much as it is a bug, and I know I'm supposed to, I look at that and I'm just like, God, I got like my character's really got to get better at writing down his notes because that's just the way it's presented. Like it's presented to me as if my memory is terrible in this game.
Or whoever you talk to's memory is shit.
One of the two, yeah. And so it's like I don't have to have the same criticisms because there are other systems in play that help it make it feel like it doesn't lack those same sporadic moments because they come across randomly and differently sometimes.
I will say, I agree that Skyrim's exploration aspect is its strong point.
Oh, it's very strong point.
I also hold the opinion that Skyrim is also very average otherwise.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Its storytelling is bland at the best of times. It's like combat is, by today's standards anyway, jank as hell. I will say for its like I can vividly remember playing Skyrim as it came out because I was like at that perfect age to be making memories, and the game came out and we had like awesome things happen that day. Um but yeah, like even back then the storytelling would have been more bland and the combat like could have been seen as more bland had it not been a like a major realization that you can take how turn-based combat works and make it not turn-based properly. And it's like, yeah, by today's standard, that doesn't hold up whatsoever.
Yeah.
All the same skills and like events and whatnot. Just not the greatest.
Right.
At the time, yeah, it was pretty impressive, and I can hail that for the time, but they haven't done anything since, so they as a company have ultimately fallen off. Um,
Captain, those ships.
but like no one has taken what they have as a strong suit and run with it.
I'd say Obsidian's strong contender.
They're a strong contender, but it still feels like it's missing something, and I don't know. I think a big part of it is that
Just aboard that ship was worrying. Controlling the minds of others, forcing them to spread chaos.
Skyrim's like mundane storytelling and all of its side quests and like random little sporadic adventures, I think was actually a strong suit. In terms of Skyrim, for example, like every game that's come out since then, I can never stop feeling like it isn't a pivotal moment when it comes to a quest or a storyline. Like, take the heckin' okay, here we go. Because they haven't gotten better, I can actually take this as their point. Is in what is it called? Starfield.
Okay.
In Starfield, I can't just be a space pirate. Like my space pirate escapades can't just result in some really big, cool, long forgotten heist. I'm gonna turn off that text chat for a while. Instead, what happens is it takes this long forgotten heist and it says, yo, hey, just so you know, the fate of this entire solar system is at stake. So have fun dealing with space cops. And it falls short because of that. Like, everything feels like something has to be majorly at stake now in these quests and whatnot. And I think for as mundane as Skyrim's storytelling is, that actually kind of helped it a little. Because a lot of it is mundane. Like, a lot of it is just, hey, can you, like, fight this, or hey, can you come and help me purge this thing that was like seen as a lost ancient soul gem? It'd be cool if you did. And then all you get out of it is a new soul gem. You can either deface an ancient artifact or restore it to its former glory. Neither of those are going to change the entire world. I can settle down and have a quest line where it's like, ah, hey, your lover wants to go on a date with you because you've been adventuring for too long. And it's like going back and trying to um going back and like trying to replay through that. There's the two types of feeling. There's either the like, oh my god, get off my back, woman, or the like, ah, you know what, I have been adventuring a little too long, too many major things happening, let's just go and like have dinner with my wife in this random game. And it's fun to have, I guess, both aspects of it, because it's like games seem to only be doing one or the other. Either you have everything at stake, or you're playing Stardew Valley and it's only the settle down aspects.
I'd say Disco Elysium breaks that.
I haven't played Disco Elysium, so I can't speak to that, but I can take your word for it.
Highly recommend, but I don't know if you're into that sort of game.
Not really. I've seen other people play through a bit of it, and it's just not my jam.
Gotcha. Okay.
From what I've seen, anyway. But yeah, like it's mundane storytelling actually kind of helps Skyrim, I think. And so I've come to see it as not really a flaw, but something that their other storytelling could have used improvements on. Because it's like, yeah, even at the best of times, when they're trying to say the fate of the world is at stake, you just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like anything's gonna happen.
There is a mod that kinda adds kinda like a time limit, I guess you could say.
Interesting.
To where like in 100 days Alduin will destroy the world.
Well, it's kind of neat. I think
Yeah.
I think I know which one you're talking about, which is kind of nice.
Like I hate the thing I hate most is that Bethesda has deemed themselves too good to put a lot of effort into very small things and just says, hey, the community will do it in mods, it's fine.
Yeah.
We don't need to fix shit because the community will do it in mods, it's fine. Hey, we're gonna outsource and charge people for some mods now.
Yeah, it's... I can agree. I don't like Bethesda in any sense of the word right now. I'm just saying that I think other games, like, from a modern standpoint, are also missing the point in terms of this one aspect.
Well, we haven't seen Avowed yet, so...
No, I don't think I have.
No, that's the Obsidian's upcoming one.
Yeah, no, I have not yet. And I will be interested to see it, but it's like... The other good case in point is Dragon Age does this exact same thing. We haven't stopped seeing the end of the world.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of just been par for the course since the beginning, so just
That doesn't mean it had to stay that way, though. Like,
and I will say it's not all
it's
end of the world shit. There's a lot of like side shit that's just there.
to
Yeah,
cure
but
whatever's plaguing
I don't
our
know. I
race.
think I think that's where like Skyrim's main story being mundane kind of helped it for the first half, is because a lot of it was like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? Why is like this thing? Why are these things happening in the order that they are happening? Who are
Yep.
you? What is this place? Etc. Etc. Etc.
Trouble brewing.
But because it's so mundane and like just like a very big learning curve,
Right.
it gives you time and opportunity to explore the world that they've set forth in Skyrim. And it's not like you don't feel rushed to go to these places and do these things because you're learning.
I mean,
And a
to
lot
be
of
fair, in Dragon Age Inquisition, I don't really feel rushed to do anything either.
yeah, exactly.
Find yourself in our good graces.
And it's like it doesn't hit the like I think Inquisition is a perfect example of how to ramp up a story in that case. Or in its case, because it starts with you just like learning about this thing that's messed up.
It starts out with the Chantry and the Holy Mother, and possibly Andraste herself getting nuked.
Exactly. But because of that, you don't feel a rush of things happening. You're like, oh, the world's been changed forever. Let's go learn about the new world. And a lot of the story is like trying to piece together what just happened to the world as a whole. But because of that, you are encouraged to explore. Like, it feels like this story is actively encouraging you to go and explore and do all these side things and, like, look in these nooks and crannies that you wouldn't because you're trying to figure it out. As where, like, Inquisition, or not, sorry, Veilguard, like, Starfield, like, any major game, it just currently feels like it's the end of the world
Well,
at all given times. Baldur's Gate was the other example that I was trying to think of and then put on. And it's like, I can understand those stories from their own perspective and how they are still well written stories. Like, Baldur's Gate 3, one of the best stories ever. Also, committing Omnicide is like a wicked choice to give players. But at the same time, I think not enough games are encouraging the like I think they're trying to encourage getting into their lore and their histories and like what their whole world is about. But I think they're doing it in the wrong way. It's one of the reasons I'm actually going to be excited for Yakuza,
Never had the honor. You must
and I'm pretty sure it's I would like to maybe get Avowed in Yakuza at the same time,
right.
but I just don't know if I'll be able to.
Well, I'll get Avowed for sure, so.
Yeah, but it'll be New Year, so I won't be able to.
I know. My point is, if anything, you can co-pilot.
Maybe.
Because that is a get for me, because I love Obsidian.
Oh, what is all this ingredient stuff? Zenhouse Stone, Zenhouse Gemstone, Gannett, and Spur. But you understand what I mean then, though, right? Of like, I don't know, it feels like modern games have changed a little too much towards the all or nothing stakes.
I guess, but
A
like,
pleasure as always.
I don't compare games like that at all.
Well, I do, but it's because I play
I
them
know
all.
you do. I know, and I know that's you.
It's also very much the mindset of like it doesn't help because I want to play a game that has this thing,
Yeah.
so I have to compare it to other games to see if they have said thing, and right now I'm finding that the answer is just
You
no.
can never tire of ale and rum. Even I appreciate that.
This, like, certain things feel like they've almost been lost.
I mean, Outward might be your jam.
Wishes, friend.
I haven't seen Outward. Oh, you know what game does do this kind of well, but a little on the opposite side, which is the problem?
Oh,
No Man's Sky.
I see.
It's like, it does the thing where it's like, it's an adventure and it's your adventure, but it's a very casual adventure no matter what you do right now. You can do certain things that are like pretty big, like going and taking on a heckin' dreadnought, or like discovering a derelict ship out in space. It just doesn't feel as, I guess, fast-paced
Hey, you know what game
in terms
kind
of
of has
stories.
exactly what you're looking for that I'm gonna shill the fuck out of right now?
Oh,
Final Fantasy 14.
I can't pay a monthly subscription, sorry.
You don't have to.
Oh,
It is free for the main game and the first 2 expansions up to level 70.
I see.
You only you only have to pay when you're ready to commit for the rest.
I see.
Yep. Hence the whole meme of, have you heard of Final Fantasy 14 with Realm Reborn and
Yeah,
its
I
2
know.
expansions that are award winning? With a free trial up to level 70 with no limit on game time.
Yeah. But can I be a pirate?
You could be a red mage.
Does my cavalier hat exist?
Quite fucking possibly, actually.
Let me know if it does.
Let me pull up the glam guide. Hold on.
The other one I don't like as much about Final Fantasy, this is just a me thing,
Yeah.
is the having to play to unlock a certain playstyle experience. Like, I can't even touch Red Mage until I'm a good 30 hours into the game, though.
Yeah, it is limited to level 50, I think, or 60. I can't remember which. But
I
there's a
believe it
lot of
was
fucking
60.
options.
I know, but I can't be the thing I want to be
I mean,
until I, like, play through as something completely different.
I don't
It's,
think
again,
completely different.
it's just a me thing.
That's fair.
I don't think this is like a diminishing thing in any sense of the word. Just, I don't enjoy having to play something else in order to play the thing I want to play. You know what I mean? Like, unlocking
Yeah.
certain, like, cosmetics and, like, character progression, yeah, I can understand it. It's the, like, hey, you can't touch this playstyle until you're level 60. Good luck. I'm just like, okay. Do I want to do this playstyle then, though?
Well, there's they've started to go back and at least add like some weapons for the classes that got added later, but like a lot of things were only designed around the not DLC things, and like specifically Realm Reborn, which is
I know.
the 1 through 50.
Again, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying there are reasons that I have that I'm probably not going to play it as a result. Um. Oh, it's got Magdalene. Oh no.
Such an angry spirit. It's like something out there is disturbing the natural order, Captain. If this keeps up, soon we'll all be turned into lost, troubled spirits.
Ooh. Bone's giving me ghost lore. Yeah, there are two games that I'm hoping can kind of help change this a little bit. One is Avowed,
Right.
the other is Yakuza. I may, depending on the looks of the game, I may get Avowed before Yakuza,
Right.
because I know Yakuza is also going to be a bigger time sink, and Avowed has more of the fantasy elements. But like, I am set on that. Yeah, the new Yakuza game looks like it's going to be a really funny, perfect story,
Yeah.
because it's just, hey, glad to see you're getting your footing now that you live in Hawaii. You want to be a pirate and look for lost pirate treasure, and you're just like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. And that's the entire opening premise that they've given us, which is just the perfect opening premise for like a comedic game.
So, I did a
Yep.
little bit of research, by the way. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Yakuza is also really good at the whole like, let's go on a side adventure thing that you can just find out in the wild.
Yeah.
Like go-karting for the sake of your uncle's honor. Where you're just like, how did I get here? And the answer is you just walked down the wrong alleyway. That's it. And it's really funny like that. So, go ahead.
Red Mage does have many different fancy hats.
But no Cavalier hat?
No, there's... What specifically do you mean by Cavalier hat?
My hat. The wide brim, folded up one side, inch down on the other, usually has a feather.
Oh yeah, no, there's those.
The other way to put it is Barbossa's hat.
It does have those.
Okay.
Some are locked to later levels, like one I saw was like 89, which is way in. Other ones are like locked behind PvP rewards.
Oh boy.
Because there's a whole system for transmogrifying any item.
Yeah.
And that's what... Oh yeah, there you go. Which one's this one? Yeah, that's the level 89 one, but that's like exactly what you
There's
want.
trouble brewing. I cannot wait to report of your success.
But yeah, Red Mage is
As far as
definitely your
pirates
style. There's also, if you want guns, there's Mechanist.
But I can't do both.
Yeah, there's no...
Like, I can't multi-class.
No. I mean, you can be any class on one character. You
Yeah,
can
but
switch at will, but...
it's not the multi-class in the way that we are referring to multi-classing, though.
No, you are kind of bound to whatever job you're using.
I'm surrounded
There's
by
no
cowards.
mix and match.
Do I get a rapier?
Yes. Red Mage, yes.
Okay. Then maybe.
Work for you, mate.
Red Mage, you get a rapier and a crystal.
Back for
I think the other one is that... Well, okay, so if I unlock Red Mage...
Yep.
And I want to be a new character, does that character also get Red Mage, though?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I mean, there's no real reason to be a new character, to be honest.
Because
Unless you want to go to a different server. And that's it.
Great trust begets great
Well-
expectations.
Okay, then here's the bigger one.
Okay.
That I have not seen any major MMO have, which is why I don't fault any MMO for not having it, but god, do MMOs really need to have this thing at some point sooner or later. Can I replay sword quests? Or any quest?
Yes, you can. You can replay the main story. It's unlocked after you beat Realm, the 1 through 50 content. It's called New Game Plus, and then as you go on, you add more chapters to New Game Plus. You don't get any rewards for doing it, but you can go back through it.
I see. I mean, usually I don't want new rewards.
Yeah. But, like, you can even go through with new glams and stuff to be like, hey, I want to see how I look now going through this content.
This person decided to join the PvP event right as I did.
Woo. Did I show you the new outfit that I put on my character, by the way?
Nope.
1 second. Because I think you would like it.
Swine think they can win.
I have to find it.
Now show those bastards who they're dealing with.
It also became a meme contest now.
Hang on,
because-
hang on.
Oh.
Yeah! Sorry, first sync is a really important one on PvP right now.
You're good.
You need to get first sync if you want to get the head start, because it gives you a really big jump in, so doing a hostile takeover, aka one of the few PvP events that is genuinely just fun to try.
Okay.
Idea is it's King of the Hill, but you can kill each other for hill progress.
I see.
That's it. You can also do other things, like breaking random spots or random ships for the said King of the Hill progress. And so if you can take down another ship first, you get a good chunk of head start on, like, said King of the Hill progress, right?
I see.
Oh! That's gonna sink me, yep. I just have to get back in as soon as I can. And I have build for this sort of thing, so... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so me taking this picture kind of spawned a meme game in Grimbo server.
Mm-hmm.
To where I'm going to have to start taking pictures of my character in random locations as I go through the story and challenge everyone to find that spot and take a photo.
I see.
Which is very fun. But this is the outfit. I sent it to you.
I will not be able to look.
Oh, I just realized this is the hat that you were wanting.
Rude. Flaunting it on me. Alright, how am I looking? 70 to 50. Oh, I have good chance at winning this as long... Okay, got an idea. And now, and then that. Oh, a new player joined the field. Friendo call for backup? Or did someone else just, like, genuinely want to try the hostile takeover? If I can last 22 more seconds. Haha! Stolen! Oh, that felt good.
Good job.
Kill stole. My guy, the hostile takeover is over. I won. Dudes are no doubt, like, almost guaranteed mad at me, because I just have a really annoying build. I effectively have a build that is, solo tank, as
Yeah.
usual. But the idea is the more I tank, the more I heal.
Right.
And so when they're trying to take me out, all I have to do is tank it for a second. And then watch, because as I tank it for the second, I heal.
Nice.
Yep. I knew I was gonna have to deal with someone today if I tried to do this, because it's season reset day. I see.
Oh, did you see the...
Yeah, I see the photo.
I will say that is not a feather. That is a metal feather. I can kill people with my hat.
Interesting. But yeah, I may get Avowed first. It really depends.
I don't even remember when it comes out.
They're both around January, February sort of deal, from what I recall.
Store wish list.
Discord ping, check in the meantime. Oh, it's your ping still, apparently.
February 18th.
Yeah, okay.
For
It's right around the same time as Yakuza, I'm pretty sure. I know,
Monster
yeah.
Hunter Wilds is 27th of February. Fuck.
It is literally 2 days later is the Pirate Yakuza. It's the Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Woo.
I'm so confused whenever I look at the Pirate Yakuza.
Oh.
Every single time I'm just like, what am I looking at? And then I'm like, right. It's Yakuza.
You're looking at Majima having brain injury.
Is it a brain injury to want to be a pirate?
Brain injury? Yeah, he has amnesia. That's the whole reason he's a pirate.
But it's not a brain injury to want to be a pirate. It just so happens to be a pirate with a brain injury.
What the fuck you mean he wrecked his ship in the water? Too many fresh.
I'm like, Avowed still has the rapier look to the combat, though, last I saw. Like, I'm pretty sure that was one of my big selling points for myself, was that I saw the flintlock and I saw a rapier, both as combat.
Yeah.
And that's just a big sell for me, is having a game that I can do that in. It's just a question of how does the map and open world exploration play.
Right.
Oh, I have to read this thing in my cargo, don't I? Oh, did I get another? I got another one. Good, actually.
Oh.
Homies.
Gold. It goes round the all. Round and round the little
Palm leaves for the coast of Africa, which I can then use to turn in on one of the later spots. That being said, we are going to be right back for the washroom break.
Okay. Holy shit. It is windy.
Hello.
Hello.
Using my patent not pending speed watching technique, I have rewatched the Avowed gameplay trailer.
I see.
Or I guess it was IGN technically.
Right.
That like played through Avowed. It looks like that'll probably be the better go-to to start.
Yeah. Yeah, my argument for Avowed over Yakuza, at least to start, is that you know kind of what you're getting with Yakuza. Avowed is an unknown quantity.
I think that's why I might at this time prefer Yakuza over Avowed. Like, it's kind of a point in the opposite category for me.
Uh,
Um, at the same time, I don't know, Avowed just it looks like it has the combat style I prefer more.
right.
Because Yakuza definitely has like the like Assassin's Creed and Batman Arkham style combat of like you fight, you press to respond.
Wait, which one did you say that was?
Well, Yakuza
There's no.
has the combo brawler fight style, right?
Yeah, but it's more.
That is very much Batman style.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Batman's more just focus on counters. That's it.
Wait, oh, half of Batman was using the stupid combo moves so you could, like, break people's shield and shit like that. It was one of my few dislikes of the game, was having to do stupid combos half the time.
That's It's a different type of combo. It's not like Assassin's Creed combat or
No, not
Batman
Assassin's
combat.
Creed. It's not a combat style I know. Like I know what the combat style is. My brain is farting on more examples, but I know it's a style I'm not always a fan of. Um, Avowed, however, is definitely the more like Obsidian Bethesda style combat. I think if No Man's Sky ever added melee combat, it would be the end of sci-fi's. It would just oh, don't tell me it didn't put it in my motherfuckers. I have to sail all the way back now. Either way, yeah, it does look like Avowed is probably going to be the first go-to for myself.
E.
Get a rapier, get a flintlock. It shows that it's had dual wielding, and it showed that you can dual wield one, like the two different weapon types in each hand,
Nice.
which is interesting. Because I don't think, like, other than Skyrim with mods, I don't think we've had something that can do that yet.
We have
Okay,
Red Steel.
no idea what that is.
On the Wii.
Okay, all right there.
I'm not kidding. Those games were fucking awesome.
I'm not playing Red Steel for the Wii.
It was so like
I'm not playing Red Steel for the
I mean,
Wii.
okay, it's not a rapier; it's a katana, but it's still
Okay,
katana
that's
and gun is fucking sick.
still not playing Red Steel for the
It's such
Wii.
a good game, though.
Not playing Red Steel for the Wii. Not cracking out my Wii.
This is one of my favorites.
I'll just wait until February and play Avowed, man. I think the only, like, quote-unquote reservation about Avowed is whether or not I can have my hat. And it's because my hat has grown special to me as of late.
I see.
Yeah, so, for reference, ever since, like, I first saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I actually used to hate these hats.
I see.
And it makes sense from, like, a me perspective when you consider I also don't like Warhammer armor. Because it gave off the same vibe of, like, this weirdly big thing that you don't need all that space taken up by a hat. Right?
I mean, it's a harder target.
I mean, easier target? What?
No, it's harder because you can't aim accurately at where the head would be. It's a silhouette disruptor, and also, like, I can't figure out where the fuck at the top of his head is.
Fair enough, but it's still like a me thing of I didn't like overly big things.
Really big things are great.
To
Told
you.
you is wrong.
I still don't like Warhammer armor, to be fair.
Wrong.
Not wrong, it's just an opinion.
Uh-huh. That's a wrong opinion.
It says the person with all the wrong opinions.
Nah, I'm pretty right on most of mine.
Either way, I am personally not a fan of Warhammer armor, and it used to be the same for the hat.
I see.
But like, I don't know. I don't even know what happened with the hat. Just something about the style of like looking nice grew on me, and then at some point along the way, okay, at some point along the way, I made a decision with my hat, and that decision has caused it to become one of the most important objects to me. Which is why I keep trying to advocate for having this hat in more games.
I see.
That being said, I do think a lot of people like do the wrong style of this hat when they do the hat. Because typically they do the Barbosa hat, which I still don't like as much. But it's because if my opera will load the tab. It's so hard to see his hat from the right angle. So on Barbosa's hat, it does the thing where the top of the hat, I guess this photo like kind of shows it. The top of his hat is rounded, right? It
Right.
does like the farmer style rounded bit. As where if you go to any actual like Cavalier hat, the Cavalier hats have the square top like my PNG tuber has. And that's it. That's just the only major difference.
I see. I will say, the rounded hat makes more sense for being at sea because then you won't have water pooling at the top.
I'm aware.
Okay.
It's a power move.
A power move to have a swamp on your head.
You can take the hat off and shake it off.
5 point stands.
So does mine. So how many rewards? 20 tiers. And I can get an open helm lease. How many am I at? I'm at 6. L with the 2 dots.
I have to figure out what food to have that won't cause me extreme uncomfy.
Probably something edible, I'd say.
Well, you'd think that. But about 95% of food so far just makes me not happy stomach-wise. And it sucks.
Doesn't mean that the food that doesn't upset your stomach won't be edible. That was the only criteria I gave. I think the big thing that Yakuza has going over about for me is the ship combat. How they're
Okay.
actually like including the open world sailing and naval combat as well as the on foot exploration, and it's like not a lot of pirate games have been doing that lately. They've been choosing one or the other. Oh yeah, speaking of, I have a question.
Oh.
Would you like to hear about the game concept that Whoa. What is happening there? What the hell? There's giant towers floating in the sky.
Oh.
Screw it, I can do what I want. I'm allowed to get sidetracked. Oh, it's the new dude. He has these weird ancient pillars to them. Damn. Oh, sank it. Oh, and I can't call for help on him. Interesting.
Yeah.
Heed my will. Protect me. The depths shall be your tomb. You will not defeat me so easily.
Alright,
What's up?
I think I'm gonna, for now, just not. I don't know what's happening over there, but I don't really want to die either, and he seems to be doing this big fireball thing every so often. That looks like it hurts. Hey, broke it. Counting that as victory. You have not answered the question, by the way.
What was the question?
If you would like to hear about the game concept.
I thought I said yes.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Okay, to be fair, I was looking at giant sky pillars,
I say.
so I was a little distracted. Not every day that you sail out to sea and then see a floating fortress.
Right.
Okay, so have you heard of... Actually, I guess whether or not you've heard of Orna. I should explain what Orna is, too, just in case.
Yeah, and explain it to Chad. I know what it is, though.
Yeah. So, it's effectively a mobile RPG that utilizes the real world by, like, just having everything be out in the real world.
It is a Pokemon Go like, except it's a pixel-based RPG.
It's take the main mechanic of Pokemon Go of like walking around in the real world and apply it to Final Fantasy 1. Best way to put it. Because it does utilize a lot of the same stuff too,
Right.
including like the ocean is the ocean. The idea is then just that you have like your RPG lifestyle that you can like abide by. Like you can build your own kingdom, grow, travel, explore other people's like kingdoms and whatnot. You can party up with other like actual people and just do Final Fantasy 1 style combat, but with a party, which is kind of nice.
Right.
Um, but I've always liked this concept, except for the fact that I think it's done for an audience that is not me. Because this one is very grindy.
I see.
I'm talking like I've been playing for 3+ years, I'm still not max level yet. Have over the 600 hours.
I see.
Yeah, it gets really grindy in the late game. And, you know, to some people's credit, that's the selling point. They like it. Sure. Like, people are entitled to play the games they want in the way that they want, etc. Search the abandoned ship. Oh, and purify them at the bonfire. Gotcha. I want to take that aspect, apply it to pirates, give more of a Skyrim twist on things. In sense of, like, the quest style and exploration style and whatnot. Not in terms of play style, because that would be hell. It'd be like playing, what's that stupid I think it's like Blades? Is that weird Skyrim mobile one they have? Or Elder Scrolls mobile one?
Yeah.
God, why is this electric noise still happening? Okay, stopped when I went out to see. So, the thing I have come to determine
Okay.
is that the hardest part of making this mobile game a thing is how to do both ship and land combat.
Right.
And how to, like, effectively allow for both of those things in the same game sort of space. Cue in a very old pirate mobile game that a lot of people used to love that just kind of got taken down because I guess company decided it wasn't profitable anymore.
Right.
Called like Pirate Evolution. But their sea combat was almost flawless. The idea was you could put on whatever style weapon you wanted, and the weapons would help determine how, like,
Hopefully, we freed the souls aboard that
how you
vessel.
actively attack. Oh,
It seems Vikram is trying to stir the spirits of the Indian Ocean to his cause. Goes too far.
interesting.
Oh.
The heckin' story
Uh.
that's given me for Skull and Bones. But yeah, so the idea was you would use your finger as like the equivalent of a mouse, and as you dragged, your ship would get dragged. When you were in range and your cannon was cooled down, you do the ship attack you can do. Right?
Right.
I want to take that style of the thing, and what I'm going to do is have it so that it anchors around the player, and you essentially have like a 9 grid radius that is just always like spawned around you.
I cannot wait to report of your success.
And just while you're there, you are anchored to this 9 grid radius. But when you move, the anchor of where you're anchored moves, allowing you to have like a little bit of like roaming combat, even if you're just kind of sitting around doing nothing.
I see.
But then, additionally, you can move around and your ship will actually sail and explore.
Neat.
For the land combat, I took a lot longer to figure out what I wanted to do for this style of combat.
Right.
Because, I don't know, everything either feels overdone or not done right. And so it means that whatever I did, I have to nail it, sort of deal. To which the combat I think I'm going to try for is a more, at least on land, is the more JRPG style of like turn-based combat.
Right.
But when you have parties, one of the things I like about certain ones is they'll have the party combat in one of two ways. Either you're all like scattered about in like a little grid, or you're all in a line. And I really like the idea of having the line-based system to it.
I see.
Because it means that you have like melee, you can only hit the person in the front. Ranged, you can only hit, or ranged, you can hit whoever you want. But then you obviously have like drawbacks, like ranged. Most of the time, you can only attack so much per turn.
Right. Hold that thought. I will be right back.
The
lost shadow has resurfaced? That can't be right. That DMC vessel sank to the depths of the open seas long ago.
Hey, boys! Oh, my name was Captain Kidd. As I sailed, oh, my name was Captain Kidd. As I sailed, my name was Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and so wickedly I did.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Oh, good. But yeah, I'm thinking of trying to make that as a mobile game on the side.
Nice.
And yesterday, I had like a really hard time focusing on any one given thing. So at some point, I was just like, "Screw it! I'm gonna try to make the mobile game again.
I see.
Start at the basics, because it's not an easy system to implement, and so implementing like all the early stuff was something I was like, I can just get used to it, learn how to redo X things,
Right.
increase my programming skills in those regards. And I actually got pretty far.
Nice.
Got a ship moving around on like the water surface. I got enemy AI ships that will roam around the area. If they see you, they will shoot. You can shoot them, you can kill them, you can gain XP.
Come on, ye young and old, and it's time.
And that was about as far as I got.
The wind is ours!
Well, that's good progress.
It was amazing progress for a single day. Starting with nothing and getting that much, I was just like, damn, I did this in like 4 hours. That's pretty good.
Nice. Can't wait for you to show it off to me, or Snow, and it break immediately.
I actually showed it up to Snow yesterday.
I am surprised that it did not break.
No, I was in the position of like there were a few things that looked really funny and were like quote unquote bugged, like when someone saw you they wouldn't stop shooting, so every frame they were just like firing a relentless hurdle of cannonballs at you.
Nice.
But I was just like, I know what's causing it. I just don't have a cooldown on the firing rate. That's all. The only issue I think I found post showing it off was an extra funny one where sorry, it was doing this thing where the enemies were a hive mind. So if one enemy saw you, every enemy immediately knew your location, would start firing upon you.
Ah,
But I'm like, I guarantee you that this is just me having an oversight in the fact that I programmed all of this within 4 hours.
probably.
But like the fact that it took me only like 30 minutes to get an enemy AI working to that degree, I was actually genuinely impressed. Because now it's just like fine-tuning the AI a little bit.
Right.
And once I do, the enemy AI is done, it's fine-tuned.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, the only issue is whether or not I should be doing it the way I'm doing it.
Right.
Because I'm doing it in Unreal because I know blueprints more than anything.
I see.
But I don't know that I should be, and I should probably be doing it in like not like Android Studio or anything, but at the very least, like Godot. I don't know, something that's more made for optimization than Unreal, because I'm honest with it. At least Unreal is not the best optimization wise. It looks beautiful no matter what you do. You can always get it to look like perfect.
Right.
But I don't think I need a visual engine for a mobile game that is 90% of the time in 2D.
Probably not.
Or I guess 50% of the time? 70? I don't know yet.
I do apologize, but I might have to hop out now.
No worries.
My tummy is not happy.
You there, my
Oh,
Hooray.
whoa.
Oh,
hear my final plea.
What?
You are a strong captain, yes? A good captain. Maybe the spirits from the
What's up?
shadow will spare you.
This?
Not. We found no treasure aboard that ship. Only an open keel. Like sharpened claws. And
Oh,
a
I see.
whispering madness that kept growing.
Whoa. That's a new feature. The quest was just given to me by, like, some random dying person.
Nice.
Just on the side of the beach. I was told to investigate this area, and that's literally all you had to do is, like, actually investigate. That's pretty dope, though.
Nice.
Normally, especially with games like these, normally it just does the bit where it's like, go here, talk to this person, or like, look at this treasure map that tells you what island it's on, go find it. This was like, hey, there's just a person sitting to the side, talk to them, hear their story.
Right.
I like that.
Good. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna be ending stream soon here anyways because I have things to do today.
I see. Well, I hope you have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The shadow is still out there, and I think I know who's at its helm. During the heist of the century, Vikram Rajan was part of our crew, but he betrayed us. When the shadow crumbled, we abandoned ship, but Vikram never made it off. Or so I thought.
Eyes on that ship! Prepare to engage the enemy!
Alright, chat, we're sailing out to shore. I gotta end this here. Short stream today, but I have a lot of stuff to do. People are yelling at me to do extra things. Usual. I shall be back tomorrow, though. I don't know what I'm playing tomorrow, though. Let's go turn in our mail, and then tomorrow, probably playing observation duty, because I need to play more of that thing. So if I had to hazard a guess, it'll be that.
Whew, that was a tough storm, hey?
No bleeding storm and wind can get you, Captain.
Until then, chat. Hope everyone has a good day. Hope you all rest well. Be safe. Have fun, and of course, as absolutely always, stay ghoulish, my friends.